She cheated, so he quietly ended everything. The most calculated revenge ever. Imagine finding out your live-in girlfriend is cheating, and instead of confronting her, you give her 60 days, a moving crew, and exactly 0 mercy. This isn't a breakup story. This is a perfectly executed eviction. A buddy of mine was in what he believed was a committed relationship. They lived together, shared a routine, shared a life. From the outside, everything looked normal. But behind closed doors, things were perfect. They'd been going through a rough patch, arguments, distance. Then one day, she told him she was going to visit her family, 600 kilometers away. She said she'd be gone for a full week. A few days later, while walking through town, he saw her. Not with family, not alone. She was sitting on a restaurant patio, laughing, drinking, and holding hands with her ex. He didn't storm over, he didn't yell, he didn't confront her. Instead, he stood back, pulled out his phone, and took photos, clear ones. And in that moment, without her ever realizing it, everything changed. He didn't confront her, he didn't text her, he didn't let on that he knew anything at all. He went home, sat down, and checked the lease. That's when he found the detail that changed everything. He was on a month-to-month lease. It required 60 days notice. She wasn't on the lease at all. Legally, she wasn't a tenant. She was a guest. So he quietly gave his landlord notice. The landlord was a solid guy, professional, discreet. He kept his mouth shut. Over the next few weeks, my buddy started acting distant. Not angry, not suspicious, just calm. Meanwhile, she started coming home late. Sometimes she didn't come home at all. She said she was staying with friends. He just said, okay. What she didn't know was that her time there was already ticking down. While she was living her double life, he was building his exit. A new apartment, already secured. Move-in date, locked in. The landlord began showing the apartment to new tenants, but only when she was gone. At work, out late, with her affair partner. Every showing happened without her ever knowing. The apartment she still thought of as home was already being promised to someone else. And she had no idea. Until one quiet morning changed everything. Moving day came early. She woke up to the sound of tape ripping and boxes being sealed. A moving crew was already inside the apartment. Confused, she asked him what was going on. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't argue. He calmly handed her the photos. The restaurant, the patio, her ex. Silence. Before she could even respond, the landlord stepped in and explained the situation. She had until midnight to remove her belongings. New tenants were moving in within 48 hours. If her things weren't gone by then, they would be placed on the curb. That's when reality hit her all at once. She panicked. She started scrambling. And then she realized something worse. The couch wasn't hers. The bed wasn't hers. The TV, the tables, the chairs, all of it belonged to him. By the end of the day, her entire life in that apartment had been reduced to a pile of clothes, toiletries, and personal items stacked in the middle of the room. There was no yelling, no begging, no dramatic fight, just consequences. My buddy took one last photo, her belongings, her silence. Then he walked out. He never contacted her again. No angry texts, no revenge posts, no closure conversation. He disappeared from her life the same way she disappeared from the relationship. To this day, that story is legendary in our friend group. Not because it was cruel, but because it was calm, calculated, legal, clean. And it taught us all the same lesson. Sometimes the best revenge isn't loud. It's organized. If you enjoy stories where karma shows up quietly but hits hard, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And comment below, was this justice or ice-cold revenge? Because we've got plenty more stories like this coming.